Over the past few weeks, we have introduced a new movie entitled Keeper of the Pinstripes, which is due to start production this spring. It is a film about Yankee legends, a famous room within the walls of this Yankee Stadium, and the transition of the spirit of the past to the new Yankee Stadium through the eyes of a young boy. As we move forward in 2009, we will bring you up close to the pertinent people in and behind the film. And today we start off with the actor turned director who will be calling the shots. Robby Benson's career in front of the camera has been long and accomplished, and he has taken those experiences and used them to help carve out a stellar career behind the camera. Benson will direct the film, which is slated to shoot a number of scenes right here at Yankee Stadium. And today on Yankees Magazine, we shine our spotlight on Robby Benson. Many people know of Robby Benson's distinguished acting career. He started at a young age and never looked back.
My mom is just a wonderful actor, and she did a lot of theater. So growing up, when she would do theater, like the Red Barn Theater in Saugatuck, Michigan, there was always some part that I would try to be, and I would always be involved in stuff because there's a camaraderie. It's very, very much like sports. You know, I wanted to be a part of anything they were doing also. It was just fun. So I started doing things, commercials, little bits in films, and then I did my first Broadway show. So if I was 12 and I'm 52 now, that's 40 years ago.
He was a teen idol and blossomed into an accomplished actor. Benson had the chance to play many sports and sports stars. He graced the big screen in basketball, ice skating, and notably, baseball.
All I ever really wanted to do was be a writer. And I got a deal at Universal to write for 3 years. But my agents didn't want me to write. They wanted me to act because that's where young people made money. And so I kept acting and did Ice Castles, any sports movie. I love basketball. I just started to become a real basketball player because in New York, you know, like I said, I mean, you play stickball, but if you want to play something organized, you play basketball. So I wrote One-on-One. I sent it to my dad, who's truly a remarkable writer. He looked at it and he said, "This needs work." And I said, "Will you help me?" And we sat down as father and son, and we co-wrote One-on-One, and we sold it to Warner Brothers as father and son. Growing up in the business and being a very vibrant young actor who loved basketball, was in a basketball movie, even in The Chosen, had to do my Mickey Mantle swing. If you ever watched The Chosen, and I could put that ball, when they threw the ball, they said, "Do you think you can hit it right at this little mark here?" And I said, "Are you kidding?" It is my Mickey Mantle swing. It's like when he would stand there and take his swing before he hit his home run. And I realized I was going to need open heart surgery, and I realized no one's going to want like a young man or a leading man I was getting into my late 20s. No one's going to want me to act in anything, especially back then.
A blessing to come from his journey through health problems was a new chapter in his successful career, that of a director.
I started shooting anything I possibly could. Actually, it became an easy transition for me. People would say, "How do you know where to put the camera?" I was like, "Are you kidding?" Well, if I was sitting here as an actor, this is where I'd put the camera.
He also shares his gift of knowledge to students at NYU, where he is a professor of film.
One of the things I love about teaching is that I believe a good professor also learns from his students. This is a learning experience for me.
Benson is truly excited to be part of the Keeper of the Pinstripes project and can't wait to get started.
I fell in love with it for so many reasons. And I thought, wow, this is really cool. This is the kind of movie that can be around 20 years from now. You talk about it and you say, "Oh, let's go rent that." One of the things that I'd love to do with this movie is to shoot it through the eyes of this young man, this child. By doing that, as you grow up, you start putting up all the barriers, you know, but when you're a kid, you're still like, wow, it's Yankee Stadium. I'd love to shoot the movie like that, so that's the way we feel when we watch it.
We here at Yankees Magazine will be on the pulse of the latest details surrounding the film, so be sure to look for more involving the cast and production in upcoming editions of our program.